Hello, little ones. How you liking the outside? That much, huh?
Good day, and welcome to day, I don't know, of the 100-day challenge. I'm out here in the front yard of Chopwood Farm, and I wanted to show you this. It's a mushroom. Look at that. How glorious, how beautiful. Isn't that fantastic? We are on day, insert day here, of the 100-day challenge. And I have an update for you. Part of the plan was to see how much food I could grow for my family, given 100 days. Kind of an arbitrary number, kind of a round number. I started seedlings indoors, did everything I could to give them the best head start possible. This is the result. There's Swiss and rainbow chard seedlings that were put in the ground a couple weeks ago, and they have not grown an inch since. But I want you to notice something. Does this look happy to you? Does this look healthy? Does this look like a solar panel that's gathering energy to give me some really good, yummy food? Look at this guy. The flies like him. And it's the same across the board. Have things that are not yet dying, but have things that are already dead, like this poor pumpkin. Oh, here you can see is a green bean. See the two halves of the bean, the seed, the little solar panel on top. These guys are coming up. Oh yeah, planted marigolds because they're supposed to keep bugs away. Guess what happened to them? The bugs ate them. Got my maters, boxcar willies. Got my cherry tomatoes. This one looks like he's about to die. That one has already died. None of these guys are thriving. My carrot patch is not carroting at all. But the point is that something went wrong. If you watch some of the other videos, you've seen all the work that I've done to prepare this garden spot to be highly productive. I did something wrong. Now the good news is, in gardening, there are no failures. There are only experiments. That's all well and good if you're gardening just for fun, just because you like being out in the dirt. But when you're doing it for survival, whether it's because your family's going to starve if you don't bring in a good crop, or whether your family's not going to pay the bills because you don't bring in enough crop to sell at market, then that's a big problem. And it turns out that yellow leaves like that can be caused by a couple different things. Either too much water, or not enough water, or too much nitrogen, or not enough nitrogen. Anything that you do has a 50-50 chance of making the situation even worse. Nitrogen struck a chord with me though. So as you know, the plan was to use the chickens as kind of a permaculture cultivators. They eat the weeds, they eat the grass, they eat the bugs, they scratch up the soil first couple of inches, they leave all kinds of fertilizer all over the place. This soil in this garden was a mess. It was rock hard. It was almost like this driveway behind me. Couldn't get a fork into it more than a couple of inches. So I did all that work to prepare it. Got the chickens in there. I know that the chickens produce highly nitrogenous fertilizer. So it could be too much nitrogen. At the same time, look at what I've got for mulch. I've got wood chips, mostly fresh wood chips. Now if you know anything about the decomposition of wood, is that at first, wood draws nitrogen out of the soil. So at best, it would have been zero-sum game. There wouldn't have been any nitrogen given to or taken away from the soil if the ratios were correct. And then I found out that one of the pumpkins we had, like one of these plants here, we had from October last year, was starting to go bad. I wanted to keep it inside to see how long it would stay fresh, just in an air-conditioned, climate-controlled environment. It stayed fresh for months. Finally, when it started to go bad, I gave a big pumpkin to the chickens out back and a smaller pumpkin to the chickens right here, the bantams. So I put it, yeah, they loved it. They didn't love all of it though. They left some of the seeds behind. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. These seeds were the ones the chickens didn't eat. These were in the coop. And look, they're growing. They're nice, thick, green, leathery leaves. They're not planted any particular spacing apart. They weren't tilled. They weren't fertilized other than what the chickens dropped. They're in the shade of an oak tree. Oak trees kill the grass underneath them. So this is probably one of the most hostile environments for any kind of plant to grow in, especially a garden plant. And yet, here they are. I'm not crediting the lack of sunshine, the lack of care, the lack of anything. What I'm crediting for this is the dirt itself. The dirt is the key. They like to swim in the dirt. They like to do the American crawl in the dirt. They like to back the stroke in the dirt. That's the whole difference. I heard urban farmer Curtis Stone talk about the hydroponic shipping container gardens that are all the rage, and how if there's an opportunity, if there's a choice between growing your plants in a medium that is semi-artificial, even if your whole hydroponic system is made of organic components and materials and ingredients, the best option for your plants is the earth itself. After this experiment, I think he's right. Fingers crossed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's like. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Chopwood Farm out.